Well, hello. This week's Time Out Tuesday is about the rewards that we get when we work hard or not. Many years ago, when I was in school, I told you it was many years ago, I would get quarterly report cards. Now, they were a lot easier to interpret than the report cards that my grandson now receives. But the bottom line is, I always did very well, meaning I got good grades. Most of my friends did well also. And the following day, on our ride to school on the bus, they would share the reward they received for their good grades. Now, some received an overall sum of money, and some were actually paid per A on their report card. Well, I would present my report card to my dad and get a, good job, with very little expression. Now, after a few of these reactions, I questioned my father, explaining that my friends received a monetary compensation for their grades. And he responded without hesitation, Kathy Marie. And I always knew I was not going to like what followed when my father used my middle name. He said, Kathy Marie, you have been gifted by God with above average intelligence, and your grades show that you have worked up to your potential. That's what we're supposed to do. So why would I reward you for working up to your potential? Now, you don't think I let that one lie. I came back equally quickly. Well, because I made the choice to do that, Dad, I didn't have to. To which he replied, but that is what God expects us to do. And my dad was correct. Now, thinking back on these conversations made me think about the parable of the talents. A master gave a different amount of talents to each of 3 servants, and he expected them to use them to increase the value of his vineyard. The master commended his servants who took the talents he had given them and increased them. And he spoke very harshly to and actually punished the servant who did nothing with the talents that he had been given. He actually just buried them. In Matthew chapter 6, Jesus instructs us to store up treasures in heaven where nothing can steal them or destroy them. He tells us that our heart will be where our treasure is. Our rewards for our hard work on earth are not going to last. I don't care how successful you are. Sometimes our efforts even go unnoticed, but God sees it all. After thinking about this, I have to wonder, am I using the gifts God has given me to be recognized or to benefit someone else? Am I using them to my potential, or am I ignoring them as if I don't even have them? God doesn't hand out talent randomly. He has a plan, a big one. God is building his kingdom, one that will last forever. How privileged we are to be part of that construction team. How blessed we will be to hear one day, well done, good and faithful servant, just for working up to our potential, for being faithful in small matters, for his glory, not ours. And that, my friends, is this week's Time Out Tuesday. And I do hope to see you all next week. God bless you all.